Welcome to the Nerd Party.
I'm Darren Moser.
I'm Philip Gilfus.
I'm Daniel Prue.
And this is City Alpha 3.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to City Alpha 3, a Star Trek podcast here on the Nerd Party Network. I'm your host, Daniel Prue, and joining me, as always, are my fellow animated strandees, Philip Gilfus and Darren Moser. Guys, we've got some new Star Trek to talk about, but we won't do that right away. We'll just get some pleasantries in first. How has your week been?
It has been well. Unfortunately, I don't think I've done anything particular. Well, I don't think I did anything Star Trek. That's not true. I had a meeting of my Star Trek fan club yesterday. That was
the Bonaventure.
Exactly. Of which I am captain of. So yeah, I had a good time. Had a decent crowd. Was one of our first inside events. Of course, we may just be going back to outside events with the way things are going. But it was nice. Everyone talked about, Star Trek and all the things going on, and honestly, I think what they wanted to talk about the most was just COVID stuff. So everyone, I guess, is stressed out, and school starting, and kids, and all that stuff. So, but nevertheless, it was good to be around fellow Star Trek fans in real life.
Now, did any uninvited spatial anomalies or badmirals show up to screw their plans, or?
No, we had it at a tea place. It tells other things, but that's mainly what it is. Of course, now it's like freaking 90 degrees or whatever, but I still stayed dedicated as the captain and ordered, some organic Earl Grey.
Nice. What about you, Darren? Anything going on this week? Anything Star Trek related, I should say, because I know you're up to your knees in whatever, but Star Trek stuff?
Yeah, I picked up an old model kit which has a couple of Enterprises in it, so I'm going to set that aside and start putting that together soon. I think it has an Enterprise D, movie Enterprise, and the TOS Enterprise. So a nice 3 set. I think they're all in the same scale. I've been, I have my old Enterprise D on the wall with my extremely heavy paint Aztecing, but I'm looking forward to trying again, making it look. Or if the paint doesn't turn out, I can just spray paint it all gold, and then we're good. Just
and then saw it in half, and then
that's right.
Yeah, just put it behind. Well, I guess that case probably wasn't transparent aluminum, because Picard broke it really easily with that phaser rifle.
You don't know how heavy those phaser rifles are. They're made out of Durasteel aluminum. Darren, anything else? We can cut this out maybe, but anything else you want to share with people? If they were interested in replica.
That is true. Yes, I have started the Dr. Sci-Fi SD store, and we can put a link on the Nerd Party page. But I've been wanting to make some cool little replica things, and I designed my own version of the Star Trek isolinear chip, as seen in heaping stacks in particular episodes of Next Gen. This was a fun project to do with my laser. They're engraved on both sides, and I think they look pretty good. Philip was my first customer, and I don't know if they've arrived yet as of the time of this recording, but they are in the mail. Sorry, the transporter's broken. Otherwise, I would have just beamed them over. But it was a fun thing to put together. And
I suspect you sent a courier of some sort.
Well,
so now,
it was very slow.
if this blows up, are you going to start selling like maybe some cardboard with this little slots in them that you can pretend that your data and just yank them out and push them in real quick or something like that?
Well, there is an option for kind of a desktop display holder where you can slot the chips into that and pretend you're loading programs, or just contemplating the end of your Starfleet career because of the ethical choice you made. There's lots of things you could do with them, but I have thought of making like a version 2 display case where the slots are more of like a 45-degree angle, more prone for rapid data transfers and having fun. But I think eventually maybe making something more backlit and because I think they were backlit in the show. But yeah, so they're about 1 inch by 3 inch or so, and they feel real good.
Did you get the dimensions from some official source, or?
I went through looking at different, screen images and stuff like that, and then I basically found, some other people had created pictures and files with different patterns. I modified it slightly to make it a little more interesting, because the actual isolinear, like when you search isolinear chip, the actual pattern's pretty bland. Like it's mostly just straight bars, and it's not that visually interesting. And so I went with a little more interesting of a design. And then because they're etched on both sides, the point being that when you look through it, some parts should still, the light should go all the way through, and then some parts should be, obscured by the other side. So I had to think about, how to make the backside look good, and it just has that shimmer to it. So I'd say it's probably 50% original, adjustment of, things that I found online from the images and still screenshots that I came across. And then they're, like I said, 5 colors, and I put a different number at the top of each one, like 01, 02, 03, but it has a random sequence number.
Oh, I thought this would be an inside joke number. So well,
I was trying to get them done, and I was like, do I want to put birthday? Because once you have to see like 97s and 83s, and it's like, it's a little easy on the inside jokes. Maybe I picked what episode of SETI Alpha we were up to at that point and put that number in. And then, but it was a fun project, making a little fun something. And at this point, it's just hobby money on the side for paying off projects and other things like that. But yeah, thanks for letting me chat about it.
Sure.
Yeah. It's really cool stuff, and I'll get some here at some point. But check it out. We'll put the link somewhere important, and you can find it. Yep. So, all right. Okay, so let's do it, guys. Let's move on to new Star Trek for the first of what seems like the rest of time.
Strap in, boys.
When was the last time we had animated or had Star Trek in
new
general?
Star Trek.
Well, it would have been season 2 or season 1.
Yeah, it would have been January of this year, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Discovery. Yep, you're right. Discovery came afterwards. Yep. Yes, so the last new Star Trek was the season finale of season 3 of Discovery, in which we learned something. Michael became captain, and that's where we left off. That was that shot
previously on Star Trek.
And now...
So that was January 8th, 2021. So it's been
I was never that young.
A good 8 months of no Star Trek.
But now we're kicking off, I guess you could call it maybe phase 3? Of
it's not Marvel, Daniel. It's not like that at all. But
we know it's not Marvel.
Just based on the merchandising alone.
But we got episode 1 of season 2 of Lower Decks, called Strange Energies.
And if you were doing the game of where you take a drink when they say the episode title, I'm sorry.
Yes,
they do say it a lot.
Yeah. But we'll start with some just initial thoughts with you, Philip. Just basically, were you excited to be back in this in the Lower Decks universe? What did you think overall? And then we'll get into some details and break it down.
Overall, I enjoyed it. There were some parts that got a little repetitious after a while, but overall, I liked it. It was it's still the same tone and the fun that we've expected from Lower Decks, and so. And we'll get into it about, no Boimler, of course. I mean, yes, but, for the most part, no Boimler. I'm like, and I could almost gotten used to that. But anyway, it was fun.
What about you, Darren?
Yeah, I'll agree. There were a little bit of repetition. I mean, if it was a 25-minute episode, it probably could have been like 21 minutes. It was nothing too bad, but definitely some of the back and forth dynamic between Mariner and her mom, like, we get it. Like, you made the point about halfway through the episode, so let's okay, well, we're still doing this. Okay, yeah. But and it was I mean, I know we'll get into the other points, but I did like where they went with Tendi and Rutherford. Like, they made that kind of clear, which I think was good.
Ooh, okay. We'll talk about it.
But I also, lots of humor. I love the cold open, the holographic fake out. And yeah, for Boimler, I don't know how, because obviously in the trailer bits we've seen, we know he's doing stuff on the Cerritos, but we've seen promo art of like all of the Titan crew and then and he's on that group. So I'm wondering when that's going to happen. And if we'll see a little more of his, not previously on, but meanwhile on the Titan, we're huffing fumes and talking to plates. So it's going to be a fun ride. But yeah, I can't wait for 9 more episodes. I'm assuming it's 10. I haven't looked, but I'm assuming it's the same 10 we're getting.
Yeah, I admit I was totally slow in the uptake because it's lower decks. Anything is possible. And when he said that was holographic Boimler, I'm like, they made him a hologram now? I'm like, I didn't think that she was on the holodeck until like the very end of the bit. So I was very slow on the uptake.
Yeah, it's so funny because Darren, you mentioned like in the episode now I'm going to really struggle with these characters' names. The main lady character,
Mom.
Beckett?
Huh?
No,
Mariner.
Yeah.
You forgot Mariner's name.
Beckett.
I'm sorry. I'm telling you, it's been a while since I've been with these people.
No, you're right.
So Mariner and her mom.
Captain Mom.
You mentioned that it gets kind of tired even in this episode, but that's like foregoing that we literally had an entire season of this, and I thought we were done with it, and we're already hitting it super hard in episode 1. I'm like, I just rolled my eyes.
Granted, though,
hard.
I did get a bit of a feeling. This episode had a little bit of, hey, if you didn't catch season 1, we're kind of reset the scene so you don't feel like you're in the middle of nothing. Like, it did have a little bit of that.
Well, I think that was almost the first line, or in the teaser of like, your mom's your captain. Yes, everyone knows my mom is the captain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you brought that up, Philip, because there was a bit of debate on this show about that fact, and I felt pretty vindicated, but I also couldn't remember which side of that argument I was on.
So either way,
I was on the side that nobody knew.
Okay, yes.
Because,
So then,
or at least the
suck
lower
it,
deck.
Darren. I knew everybody knew. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing you, but
Or
yes.
maybe at least that the lower deckers didn't know. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, the way they're treating her, and then they had the big reveal where Boimler finds out. So I was right, at least on the fact that the lower deckers didn't know. I don't know about the command crew.
Yeah. So, well, okay, that's an interesting place to start then. Let's do, I guess, what you would call the main dramatic thrust of the episode is, I suppose, Mariner and her mom, and then a bit of Ransom.
a bit.
Well, like, he kind of gets, I don't know. The thing is, like, they don't spend enough time actually building up this resentment that it matters. It's mostly used just for
All
jokes,
it
which
is build up
again,
for Ransom. Building up and building up and building up.
a lot of exercise in this episode. It's leg day for Mariner. She's just getting pumped up, the whole time.
I was a little. Again, I enjoyed it, but I was a little disappointed they didn't play with like a TOS reference. When Ransom's head was coming at the ship. I mean, that's like a Lincoln or Apollo's hand, or
Right.
It's not the most freakiest appendage that's come across the starship.
I mean, he did. I think there was a line one of the crewmen said, like, Captain, there's a giant head coming to. Like, he kind of said it like a TOS person would, just like, oh, it's Thursday. There's a giant, crazy head biting the ship.
And we get I was going to say we get a direct reference to Gary Mitchell, so it's like...
That's true.
I think maybe they were doing a little bit of subtlety there and saying, like, we can pull back a little bit since we're obviously, referencing this event.
Yeah, they practically said, with Kirk, when he wrote about the mission, that they happened to call... and then, drop the episode title or something like that. Like, it was almost that much.
I'll get a boulder.
The boulder bit was actually pretty good. I thought that was... the doctor comes in with a forklift at the end and just drops on him.
Which apparently doesn't kill him, because I was a little surprised. I thought he was...
Dead.
Did they just kill him?
Yeah, I know.
But
They can only kill so many other senior officers.
he only
every
needed
season.
recognition from his captain.
I liked how the sorry, I know skipping ahead. I know how the empathy from Captain Freeman like has a line. He's like, "No, you're a good officer," and like, "So I could be captain." Whoa, only one captain, buddy.
Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah, it. I was just hoping, like you said, a little bit more of that build up from Ransom, and he just got really powerful really fast. But I do have to say for the animators, because I don't know how it all works. I mean, I know there's a script and everything, but like when he kept trying to bite the ship, but that was all animated perfectly. I know this is going to sound stupid. The animators did not forget what was going on at any point in this episode. You know, you just see him,
right.
And like you'll see the screen, and now you see like his teeth and tongue on the view screen, and then like I thought kind of the funniest bit, because we can talk about the B story, of course, that it's kind of out of place, but like during their kerfuffle, you see in the background he's trying to bite the ship still, and they're just ignoring it completely.
Outside the window on the lower deck, you still see the battles going on, but they're just having their chat. Or I think this V story would have been Tendi and Rutherford, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you mentioned that in your little intro there, Darren, and you said that you liked it, because to me it felt like we've done this already. Like, again, this is a rehash of everything that happened last season, and then I don't even know
literally on the same date as the first season.
And it's that same sequence almost, like the same thing where they're like at the bottom of the ship with all this emergency stuff going on, and then whatever, and then like it's not even like, oh, I like you too kind of a thing. It's more like, okay, we're just friends again. It's
also Ransom being turned into something and being the primary antagonist. Oh, parallels.
Right. I actually forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I mean, because but again, I give it a little bit of a pass, because again, it's obviously trying to reestablish a little bit of like, who are these characters, what is their relationship to each other, and what's going on. But at the end, it felt like they had put a pin in it of like, okay, Tendi's real fear wasn't that Ransom didn't like her, that Rutherford didn't like her, but that he wouldn't want to be her friend anymore. Like, because again, they were playing a little bit as like, is there a romantic angle? Is there not?
But that's not her fear. Her fear is him dating that girl. That's why I'm saying, like, there's a couple of these scenes where they try to do it like two different directions, but it's like, no, because she even when they're like, let's just be friends, and then she's like, but you still can't date her.
Right.
It's like, wait a minute, I don't understand. This is the thing that they do sometimes on Lower Decks, and it drives me nuts, because it's like,
just get them together.
I don't know what just happened.
Yeah.
Whatever. Maybe I just get myself caught in a knot for nothing, but
maybe it was one joke too many. Like, I felt it. Yeah, it's like they put a pin in it, and then they had the one more joke, which then made you question it again, and you're like, what did we just do?
Yeah,
because I think like
they do it a lot.
The funny thing with those, like, I mean, you can go one of two ways. Just make them a couple. It's fine. They'll be fine. You can have a healthy couple relationship. It's fine. Or just do like the exact opposite. I've never been like a long time viewer of this show, but I've seen like 3 episodes. Scrubs. There was an episode of Scrubs.
I thought you were talking about Lower Decks. I'm like, I watched all of it, Philip.
But there was, and I can't remember all the main characters. I don't even know what season this was. But there was an episode of Scrubs where, like, the 2 main characters, Zach Braff and the girl, or what young woman, had like one episode where they went through an entire relationship in one episode, and like they met and they were like just whatever the right word I'm looking for, in the bed all day, and and they argued and they broke it. And it was like
they were Twitter-pated.
It was like one episode where they did their whole entire relationship in that one episode, and at the end they're like, oh yeah, we're just friends or whatever. But like, I feel like that's what they should like go on a date, and it's just not a bad date. And they're like, you know what, we don't work together as romantic pairing. Let's just be friends, and there you go. So.
Yeah, and I know it's played for laughs, obviously, everything on the show is, but like, I don't know much about Tendi.
Hey, I know we're not supposed to have interpersonal conflict, but I hate it.
That was fun, hanging a hat on that.
Tendi, like, now basically her character trait is obsessed with Rutherford, I guess. I don't
obsessed with everything. I mean, that's her character trait.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I could see that,
having a exocomp as a best friend, or attaining enlightenment, helping a guy attain enlightenment, or
making a dog.
Yeah, just she's very
that's right.
focused.
Do you think we're going to see the return of
dog?
I can't remember. No, not the dog. The
exocomp.
Hexacom.
I
love that he just
I love
her out of there.
I love her to be like the villain.
doubt
Shows up at
it.
the end.
That's true. That would be funny if like she's inside some animatronic Lincoln or something, and
She and Badgie team up.
I'm just guessing. No, it's a little. It feels like that one note was already played, but yeah, maybe we'll see Peanut Butter Hamper
Peanut butter hamper. Thank you. I would never have remembered.
or Peanut Hamper. One of those.
something like
Peanut
that.
Butter Hamper. Yeah. I did see someone made one of those and brought it to Star Trek Las Vegas this last week, and it looked amazing. It looked just like the show. Like that, just a little prop under their
The
arm.
TNG one or the Lower Decks one?
The lower decks one had
Oh, really?
yeah,
So it's a little more brightly colored.
yeah, more simple colors, but it had like the blue and like I guess commander rank. I don't know. There's 3 pips on both sides, so
That's funny. That's
but
good.
it did look really good.
You can always count on cosplayers. Like
Okay.
they're just amazing people. It's just
Yeah, they probably made it like the week after the episode, and then they're just waiting for Star Trek Las Vegas to bring it out.
Because we haven't, sorry, not changing topics, but we haven't seen the introduction of the new security officer. So, like, I mean, we're in the first episode.
Well, the next episode is
really?
called Cation His Eyes Open. So I'm guessing that's going to be his intro. Just I'm getting a feeling.
And right now, Boimler's in fluidic space, so,
so it was a gag.
I
but it was
love my
good.
job. Okay, that was the funniest part of the whole episode.
So it was good because this is again like Voyager did this almost exact thing in the episode Twisted. I want to say I could be wrong about the episode title, but it goes into a space where it kind of stretches and
Yeah, you're right.
Everything becomes It looks not great, especially in 90s CG, but in animation, it's awesome. This is exactly. I don't know if they're going to even like pick up from this in the next episode. I hope they do. But like just them being all bendy and stretchy and fluidy and like that's cool. That's the kind of thing you can do in animation that you couldn't really realistically pull off in live action. So that was cool. I thought that was fun.
It's going to sound stupid, but, like, I like the little touches of just, like, being on the Titan, because it has that obvious, I mean, they know their job. I'm not, so I'm just impressed by people knowing their job. But like, it just has that Sovereign class era First Contact, LCARs, and the way that the con and the ops are more of that square versus round, and it's just like perfect to kind of see that Enterprise E kind of look as versus the Enterprise D look with the Cerritos. But
That's true.
It was just very cool.
Well, they have the different uniforms.
Yes, the First Contact uniforms. What is the class of the Titan ship?
It is
You guys
a
know?
Luna class.
Luna class. I don't love it. I mean,
a little squatty.
I don't love it.
Yeah.
Which it is. It's kind of.
Well, it was
weird.
a fan design.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it was a fan design.
Sort of like
that was
the Enterprise
for,
E in a Voyager design. Kind of, if that makes sense.
Well, it's got like the downward swept nacelles, and it. Yeah,
I like it. It's different.
I like it. It's kind of like it's got the downward swept nacelles. It also has the little pod at the top, kind of like a kind of. I was going to say Nebula, but it's actually more like the Reliant, kind of like a little arch pod.
What was the name of the ship? Because I don't pause because I was enjoying it. What was the name of the ship that Beckett stole? Because when I saw it, like it had an old register. I was like, "Is that the Reliant?"
Yeah.
It was USS. I saw it was M. That's all I saw. So I don't know what it actually was. Like McDonald,
That's
Montgomery.
a good question.
But anyway,
I didn't see the name. I didn't know it was there.
Yeah. Well, again, it's all. I mean, it doesn't kind of matter because it's all in a hologram. But like, that's a good point because I mean, personally, I was like, wait, you push like. If you're in this Cardassian installation and they keep the ships like fueled and ready to go, you gotta push like 2 buttons and you blast your way out. I mean, then it was revealed to be a hologram.
I know I'm a broken record. When they were, like, I just love ship design or interior.
If it was an M, I bet you it was just like the Mariner or something. If it was her program,
That'd be funny if it was. But I loved also that the design was exactly like the Reliant. Like it was just, I was just getting like Wrath of Khan flashbacks.
When she's inside the bridge, it's like it's the Reliant.
Yeah.
And I would have to watch it again, but there was a host of other ships, in the in the dome or wherever they were blasting out of, and we get a lot of Four Lights references.
Of course. You're not the only person I've been interrogating, Mariner, or whatever the Cardassian lady says. So,
And you're doing squats right now? Oh, we're about to die.
What do you want, Jessica?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That whole intro sequence was good. I liked it. Just Mariner like dealing with these issues. It's like I just got over it.
It's her therapy.
I feel like
her therapy is the
was
holiday.
it her dealing with Boimler being gone, or was it literally just her gym time?
I think,
or was she telling herself it's her gym time, but he's really dealing with Mariner?
Well, she was doing it with her mom. She was doing her vocal therapy that she does. Yeah.
So it's basically the same as that crisis point.
All right, so let's talk about what did work for you guys. What kind of and we've been kind of already going over these, but like what gags worked for you guys? What was something that might have caught you by surprise you didn't expect to laugh at? I always love the Doctor. I think she's really funny. So when she's around, I just tend to laugh. I think a little bit more. But
I'm trying to remember. I know I had at least one like just bust up moment in the middle of it, but I did. The one that comes to mind, though, is the very end where Riker is like, I love my job. He's getting like twisted. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is funny. But
red alert.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, why are you not at red alert already? Like, did you just, because it's like his thing to say it? I mean, I'm not going to object, but.
He's like shields at 14%. Then Riker's like, red alert. And it's like, wait.
Now I want to see a shot where like the ensign at the con, like they get hit by a phaser fire and he pushes the button and it goes to red alert, and then Riker sits down and goes red alert, and he kind of just like pushes the button again. Like nothing changes, it's already red alert, but he does because it's like, what sir, we're under attack. Like, why would you don't have to say it, sir?
Oh, can I go back? I'm sorry, I'm not meaning to be random. So I believe, because I thought I read this, and maybe I'm wrong. I thought that it's the same, but that they redid the title sequence. I mean, it's obviously the same, but they just redid it. I heard
like
that
the animation quality.
Yeah, because I know they re-recorded the music.
Audio?
Yeah, because they said they did it with a full orchestra this time. I read that. Because I was trying to see.
I'm trying to think of watching it.
Yeah, because the only thing that I watching it this time, because I was like, I think this is new. When it's the Romulans and the Borg. There's like
there were other ships there,
and I'm like, what are they?
I think that was new as well, because I think in the beginning it was just the Romulans fighting the Borg, and you're like, because again, that's the joke where we're like, yeah, if I dropped out of Worf and it's the Romulans fighting the Borg, I'd nope right out of there, and I think. They look almost like Packlet ships, like, which maybe that could be the inside joke where they add like another terrible ship to the mix every season.
Because the one thing that
we'll have to go back and watch again.
So the Packlets were name dropped in this episode, and if you watch coming up this season, I gotta be honest, I'm a little nervous.
They're gonna come up again.
Packlets, like. They were kind of questionable before. In my mind, I just feel like they're making fun of people. I don't know. I don't know how Lower Decks is going to handle it with the subtlety of a hammer. So I'm not really sure what to expect there. But I guess they're like reoccurring villains now because that's what we're doing. I'm not sure. It's just weird.
Yeah. Is there? I mean, they've introduced it very lightly, but I wonder if they're going to introduce a little heavier that Captain Freeman might be looking to move up in the fleet. Her husband.
That's true. And they had the joke of like, what was it? As long as nothing goes wrong, you're totally on track for being promoted. And then, this incident happens, so it's like, oh my gosh.
I feel like am I misremembering this? I thought they were divorced.
I thought they were too.
I thought they were still married.
Say.
Okay. I mean, they definitely seemed married in this episode.
Yeah, they
did. And like they were very cordial and stuff. But before, I thought maybe I'm just misremembering, and it's been a while since I've seen season 1. But I just thought that they had been stated that they were.
Those 24th century marriages,
I got to be honest. Captain Freeman does not come across as a great captain in this episode because of how much she's giving up for her daughter. Like there's the scene where. Before they go down to the planet and she's just she's like, oh, you go do whatever you want on this planet, and she tells Ransom, like, give my daughter whatever she needs. It's like, this is crazy unprofessional. Like, what do you? She does not come across very good in this episode, I'll say. And I'm like, at least until she gets her line where she says, "No, this is my ship." And you're like, okay.
And this is me just being me. I'm curious if they thought of any backstory. They don't have to. It's a cartoon. If they thought of any backstory, like what was that thing supposed to do that Mariner, deep cleaned,
dusted off?
Yeah, the god making machine that the ancient powers just had, or
I think that was funny when she's like, "Look, there's a giant mural," and I'm like, it's going to show that they were the aggressors in some atrocity war or something. Like, that's always what it is.
Hide your history. Hide your history.
So was that a portable sonic shower? That's what I kind of got out of it. It looked like it was using.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure either, but it now that you think about it,
24th century pressure washer. I don't know.
Yeah. Standard Starfleet equipment, obviously.
And sorry, not to jump around, but you said what made me laugh. I love how Tendy's increased technology of delivering drugs, and that the minute she just has like the shotgun of drugs where she's like takes out 2 and puts 2 back in there.
Or the alien species trying to choose their comm number.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I just
too much like my ex-girlfriend's number.
I just pulled up the intro and was watching through it for season 1, and yes, they did change that scene. It does not have additional ships in the Romulan Borg sequence. Mm-hmm. So they added. So again, maybe they're going to add something in each season, but if not, they just added something for now.
Because even like the glowy alien on the nacelles looked like animated differently.
Yeah, and maybe they redid it all with a slightly higher budget.
Wasn't the because I don't pay that much attention. I know you just didn't they change the ship a little bit, like added something to the nacelles or something like that? I thought I remember reading that somewhere with the Cerritos.
Maybe. They didn't go all sovereign on it. They might have tweaked it a tiny bit.
But anyway.
I don't know. It still has the red, green monstrosities. But we already talked about that. We don't have to talk about that again.
Well, one thing it's interesting. I know is on the design, because it for effect it works, but like it's the only ship in the fleet that doesn't have the name on the front. It's on the back. Like, I mean,
it's literally for the flyover in the intro.
Yeah, I know.
That's why it's there.
It's like, if it's just there, you're like, what ship is this again?
I did like the other ships we saw, though. Like, we saw the Cardassian ships, and it was the hologram, but it looked...
Galore
class. Yeah.
Galore.
And I forget the other one is, but anyway.
But yeah, like the mini Galore. Yeah, I know what you mean.
By the way, a Galore class versus a Reliant class ship, that's not going to go well.
Fully automated Reliant.
She should not have been able to escape, is all I'm trying to say.
It's a hologram. So
it's a hologram. Yeah, so whatever.
I was also kind of wondering what they're doing, because, again, they open up on the torture scene, and you're like, how far are we going with this? Lower Decks animated TV show? Like, where are we going?
They didn't go very far.
No, they didn't. But,
you don't see any Beckett butt.
The Cardassian brings in her son to watch, just because that's apparently what you do in the manual.
Bring your kids to work day.
I do like Ransom as a character. I think he's a great source for jokes. Like, I love the whole thing that he's like lifting all these things with his minds, and all he's still worried about is his exercises and stuff. I just think he's a really fun character. He's kind of underutilized, but I'm glad when he's there. So
yeah, I think, like Philip said, I'm glad that the next episode we're going to get the new security chief, because I think that's going to add a lot more rounding out to.
Well, we don't know if he'll last past this episode. For all we know, he just lasts an episode and leaves.
That's true, but I hopefully will see him.
I think go through security chiefs like Hogwarts goes through Defense Against the Dark Arts teachers. So.
There was also an opportunity here. They made a little bit of a joke about Boimler not being there. They're using his bunk as storage.
That was funny.
Why not? It's season 2. It's a new season. Why not introduce a new Lower Decks character?
Because Boimler's coming back. That's why.
I know, but then you'd have 5 characters. Why not? Like that would be
Well, or to just to tease us, even if we kind of know that, just to imply, well, now we have the 4th character and they'll be taking over.
It could have even been that
the Andorian.
the Andorian
guys.
girl. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. I just looked it up because I'm rewatching the intro to
whole
catch
thing.
the Mariner or Miranda class. And I was like, okay, let's see. Oh, there's the registry number. Okay, 1877. Okay, no, it's the USS Macduff. I'm not making this up. I'm not making it up.
No way!
It's the USS Macduff.
Why did that guy get his own ship? Are you kidding? There's no way.
No, that's what it is. It's the Macduff.
Was a Miranda? Oh, okay. This is from that. Did it come from somewhere? Or did they make it up?
I think they made it.
Oh
up.
my God! They took it from that episode. Okay, well, Lower Decks gets a huge pass for me from now on.
Yeah.
Because
Best show ever. Best show. That's all it
is
needed to do.
Because I'd be curious if you're able to look this up. Because when I first saw the ship, it's very close to the actual registry number of the Reliant. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I know it's 18 something something. So I'm like, it was really close when I first saw it. It's like, is that the Reliant? And I was like, M something. So I was like, it'd be funny how much they're off by the number, like 1 or 2.
Let's see.
18 something, right? 1887. Oh wait, that's Saratoga.
Okay, so Reliant is 1864.
Okay.
And this one, the Macduff, is it says fictional. That's funny. Is 1877. So it's really close.
That's right.
That is awesome. That is now. See, this is where the show can shine. Like that subtlety. That's amazing. Because not only would you have to want to look up whatever the name this was after, you'd have to very much know who Commander Macduff is. And
Guys,
It's so funny.
Not to cross pollinate. I think we found our student ship for our Starfleet Academy show.
oh yeah,
Oh, the
there you
Macduff.
go.
Oh my gosh. That's so
The Macduff A.
Macduff.
Oh man, that's awesome. And it kind of makes you think too, like it took us researching to get us, Star Trek podcasters researching to get that joke. How much did we probably miss stuff all the time? Like, there's probably stuff sprinkled in.
Well,
there
and
that
they,
you just-
it flew by so fast. There's like one shot
warp
of
6.
the name.
not really.
Pedal to the metal, warp 6. Enterprise G's just like whoosh.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah, that's okay. That makes it even more funny, and that was fun because we got to discover that joke together after the fact.
So can I ask a dumb question? Because I did watch Lower Decks recently, like 2 or 3 months ago. At the end, Rutherford had his cybernetic piece, yanked off or whatever. Did he get a new one at the end of season 1? Did he get a new one, or was he just bandaged up? Because like when he,
I think he was just bandaged up, if I remember.
so I was kind of surprised. I think it took me a couple of seconds, but then I was like, wait, he has a new one? Like we're just saying he has a new
They
one.
mentioned that he had a new one. So
Yeah. I mean, I know that's why her concern is the new one, and but I was like,
right.
why did he just not get one? But I mean, I know because it's fun and because it adds story element. But
You can't change the cover art, okay? He's got one in the poster.
the animators
He's
have
gotta
this
keep
one
it.
Rutherford art cell. They just want to use that. I'm talking computer, I'm sure.
There was a Cetacean Ops reference as well in the.
Oh, they're going to go swimming there. That's right.
Which I thought was great, and it was funny too because I was thinking like the joke he makes. Well, I guess it's not a joke, but when he says like, "Oh," she's like, "Do you want to come to Cetacean Ops with me and lieutenants?" Blah 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 blah. And I was thinking those could be dolphins.
Yeah.
Like we don't know. Like
Oh,
she
that's
could be
true.
talking about people who are about the officers.
Are you saying that dolphins can't get above Lieutenant Daniel? Is that what
Lower. Look, I mean,
that water?
There's literally a
ceiling.
glass ceiling.
I know they literally
Get out of
can't
the
get it rise any higher in the ship. Citation Ops is the lower decks. There is no higher deck.
They're in the pod in between the nacelles. It's like down there.
That's just water sloshing around.
And then their joke is like, our deck is lower. And Merida's like, no, it's not. It's like, no, literally, we look up at your deck.
We consider this the top of the ship, actually. So flip it around.
That's true. They have the air on the bottom so they surface, so they look down on the rest of the ship.
So let's look to the future. We know, like we mentioned before, Packlets are coming. We know Boimler will return at some point. We know we're getting a new security officer. We also know there was coming up this season, a little bit of a sizzle reel. We know not only are we getting plate Tom Paris, but we see
apparently real Tom Paris,
actual Tom Paris.
Ooh, I don't think I've seen this. I don't think I saw what's coming up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
No, it's fine. It's fine.
He's at the helm of the Titan, I think.
Ooh.
Oh, was it the Titan? No, I don't.
I'll have to
Was it
watch
the
it
Titan?
again. I don't think it was the Cerritos, but I'll have to
No,
watch it
because
again.
I'm pretty sure it was because I thought it was Captain Freeman that says, "Don't send us into the Delta Quadrant."
That could be. Maybe it was a different bridge, but I'll have to watch the sizzle reel again. But that was a funny joke to make with Tom, though.
There was a crystalline entity I saw.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of things, a bunch of callbacks. Phil, maybe we should watch this.
That's fine.
So what are you guys looking forward to in season 2? Anything that you want to see that you think they'll address? How much Titan do you think we're going to get?
I hope we get 50% Titan. Like, if we're going to bring him back, like, because it feels like they're establishing a little more of the other crew of the Titan. So I'd like him to stay on the Titan at least halfway through. I don't know. I mean, they can do whatever they want, but I don't know if I'd necessarily want Boimler back on the Cerritos full time. Like, why can't we just have parallel stories?
Yeah, like, and I mean, look, I love Jack Quaid. He's great, but like, I'm fine with not having Boimler. Because I mean, like, even he's just freaking out, and he always freaks out, and it's just
right.
And even it's
like
crazy as
Barkley
Mariner.
to the nth degree. See what I did there?
Yeah,
and it's like it gets annoying if there's too much of it.
Because even though Mariner, we can sometimes complain, also goes to the nth degree, but I think because even though theoretically and story-wise, she's the main character of this episode, she's not in it that much. I mean, compared to her mom, compared to Ransom, compared to the B story, it's, and she's just kicking the guy in the groin. So I mean, like, she's not doing that much per se, and so.
And I'm just going to bring this up real quick because you mentioned that her arc in the episode is, I guess, she doesn't really like working with her mom or whatever, but she I don't know, she doesn't learn anything. Like she that whole thing where she was kicking him and like they were fighting back and forth on the on the communications. It's like, and her mom's like, don't disobey me anymore. And she does, but she's also right. She like stops him from regaining his powers. So like she's not earning anything. She's not learning anything. She's not growing as a character. She keeps getting away with these terrible things she does, and she's fine with it. I don't know. I just get annoyed by silly stuff like that, I guess. But
yeah, because I think as far as the conflict of the story, I mean, I'm going meta storytelling, but conflict of the story is like, I was interested to see who'd be right. You have Captain Freeman saying we should do this, you have Mariner saying we should do Y, and obviously that's the conflict of them, and who's going to be right. And because I was kind of like hoping Captain Freeman would be right, and that would be the lesson learned. Captain Freeman sometimes knows what she's talking about. But this, and then she was talking, which is very Star Trek-y, and I know it's a cartoon, but she's talking, that was very thing, and then that didn't work out, and then it's like, just fire a torpedo at him. He's like, I'm not going to fire a torpedo at my first officer. And then she just kicks him in the groin, and that works. And I was like, I don't know. No real lesson learned, as you say, so.
yeah, it just annoys me. It's just like, you can still have all those jokes. You just don't, but you don't have to like not give like a cohesive sort of, like you said, like I was thinking Captain Freeman, like trying to be peaceful, like trying to like appeal to his reason. Oh, hey, that's an awesome Star Trek message. Then it's like, nah, we'll just go for the nut kicking joke. Like that's like, you're sacrificing something important for something that's not even really that funny, honestly. Like I laughed way harder at the forklift with the boulder than Mariner kicking him in the balls, 52 times or whatever it was. So, but whatever. It is what it is. Philip, anything specific you're looking forward to this season? Anything you want to see?
Nothing I want to see. I mean, I trust them. They know what they're doing. It's always TNG heavy, which is always fun. I mean, in some ways, I feel both good and bad. I feel really good that they're deep diving into TNG because that doesn't really happen that much. Of like, I mean, I say it like exocomps. No other show is gonna. Trek show is going to do exocomps. No other show is going to do, all these other TNG stuff, deep diving. I mean, I know Picard to a very small extent, but to a small extent, I think Picard, and this isn't a complaint, looks at the whole franchise. We're going to dig at Seven stuff. We're going to dig at, kind of, he reaches the whole franchise. But like, it's just funny that Lower Decks is just like, we're just doing 7 years of TNG and mining everything we can out of it, which I think is funny. And so the more they can mine out of Star Trek The Next Generation, I think is funny, and see what they'll use.
I mean, come on! They had the ship, the Macduff. I mean, what else can you say?
That was a good deep dive.
Darren, what about you? Any closing thoughts? You want to?
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the next 9 episodes, and I hope we get other pairings, just more of what we had in the first season. Like the first season was great. I mean, as much as we were trying to figure it out as we were watching it. I mean, I think we all agree we can all rewatch season 1 and enjoy it overall. It's a great season. So I want that for season 2. I want Jeffrey Combs' evil computer. I want Tom Paris plates. I want it all. And yeah, I think it's going to be a fun season as long as they don't get just into the redoing, undoing. And we've already kind of talked about that, but like, okay, I kind of give this episode a pass on like it's resetting and or reestablishing where we are. So now let's move on from there. And as long as the whole point of season 2 isn't Mariner rebelling against her mom, and then if it's not literally the exact same overall plot, but I think I have read that McMahon is saying that this will be more like standalone episodes, but also, the overall arcs, like a good balance between the two. So it'll be interesting what we see. I mean, I'd almost just be happy with a day in the life of, like, I don't need the Mariner arc to make it work. I don't need the constant struggle with her mom. Like, what's going to happen this week? I just want to see them doing their thing. And on the second, I mean, just make it about second contact. And, that'd be hilarious. It's already hilarious. So we'll see. Like picking the, comm registry numbers that don't matter at all, which is so funny.
I know that would be a fun, story meeting of like, that's the day of just like, what's a second contact activity we could do? You've done first contact, now you're at your second. What is it that a new species to the Federation or to the would have to do? Like doing your comm code or
Oh, I got a good one.
Your planet name.
How along the galactic plane they align their ships when arriving at a similar.
Just have like the anime to be like that.
Yeah, so when people come into the system, where are they going to line up? It's really important because we don't want to come in like this and you're like this. We're going to look like weirdos. So we got to agree. How are we orienting our ship when we come into system? It's on the checklist. We got to figure it out.
Yes, it's like, for me, Lower Decks is good, but it's not great, and I think it could be great, and I just wish sometimes they'd like let the characters and the stories and the drama breathe just a little bit, just a little bit, and because it always feels like they're rushing to their next joke, and they don't all land anyways. So like, why even let your jokes take a break? Just let it happen. So whatever. It is what it is. But
because my only complaint, and again, it's a small complaint, like you're saying, is that Ransom just kept growing bigger and bigger, and I'm like, it happened for like, I don't know. It seemed like 5 minutes. I'm like, I get it. He's big. I get it. So
I did like how he replaced all of the villagers' heads with his head.
Yeah.
He called them as ransomites or whatever he called them. Yeah. It was. Yeah, so, but the thing to me was like, this episode could have been a season 1 episode. Like, there was no difference. It was like, it essentially just felt like the same Lower Decks. And it doesn't help that we rehashed all the stuff that we went through last season. So it's like,
just no Boimler.
Just no Boimler. So I'm ready to move on, and I hope the writers are too, and we can go forward.
That'd be fun. And they're not like, just have every episode have missing one of the 4 just to see what works and what doesn't. Have an episode without Mara. Have an episode without Rutherford. I mean, I don't do that. I like Rutherford. Have an episode without Tindy. Just to see like, what's the dynamic change. Like, it'd be just fun to play around and see what it does and what adds and what misses and all that.
Well, and that'll be interesting because, I mean, we talked about it in season 1, the balance and shift of the plot between focusing on the lower deck 4 versus the bridge 4. And I think we were all like also really interested in the bridge crew, like the captain and the security and Ransom and all of those. Like, they're really interesting characters. So
Papa Bear.
yeah, are we going to get more of that? Or like, because it's really 8 characters. It's not just the lower 4, obviously.
And they keep,
but we'll see.
Yeah, it sounds like a complaint. I'm not, except, I mean, repeating, I guess, is my complaint, because we've seen it. But like, they keep pairing Rutherford and Tendi, which I get, they're fun pairing. Don't get me wrong, but like, mix it up. Have Tendi with Boimler one time.
I think they're going to pair Tendi and Mariner in the one where Tendi becomes like a praying mantis creature or something. At least it looked like that from the sizzle reel. So
remember, the best Rutherford episode was when he was trying to be
everything else for Tendi.
Yeah. So it's like, no, of course, don't. We had this exact complaint in the beginning of season 1 when it was always Mariner and Boimler and Tendi and Rutherford. It's like, no, why can't it be everybody together? And then they had that one episode in the Klingon thing where they were all together, and it's like, that was great. Like, why can't stop doing these things? Stop putting Mariner with Freeman. Stop putting Rutherford and Tendi together. Do something different. Have some fun with it. Why not? Well,
because I'm just going to sound really whiny and stupid, because I think when they put Rutherford and Tendi together, to me, and there's always the B story, they're saying these are B characters. I'm like, no. I get that you're trying to like highlight that Boimler and Mariner are the star, and I can't help if that's the show you're making. But like, you got 2 other great characters; they can have A stories because they're A characters. Right. So
that's true. Well, yeah, and we talked about like again with where Rutherford was choosing, which division he wanted to live. That was the A plot. I mean, maybe, I don't even know if it was written like that, but it felt like it, because that's what I remember, and that was what was interesting.
Yeah.
So make all the characters A-plot characters on rotation and more pairings.
Spin the wheel.
That's right. Exactly, because you never know. You never know what you can get out of it. You stick O'Brien and Bashir together in an episode, a terrible episode of season 1 of Deep Space Nine, and then you get the best bromance in all of Star Trek. You never know.
That's true. That is true. We learned about that when I forced you guys to watch, what was it? The Storyteller. Yes.
Ironically, not a great way to tell a story.
No. But, again, and this cannot be stressed enough, all the positive points in the world for the Star Trek Lower Decks writers for making a USS Macduff.
Yes, all is forgiven.
So that is awesome. Keep doing gags like that, and we'll keep watching for sure. So, Philip, if people want to get a hold of you and find out what your registry number for your Miranda class is, how would they find you?
They can find me on Twitter at NCC1865, or also at NC Public Servant.
And Darren, if people wanted to contact you on Subspace, from your Subspace number, how would they find you?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the number I have chosen.
Destruct.
Wait a minute.
Same as the combination of my luggage. They can find me at drsci-fi.com, DRSCIFI.
And if you want to get a hold of me and find out the precise blueprints for the USS Macduff, they can find me on Twitter at OneUpDan. That is the number 1, not the word.
Is that 2 Olympic swimming pools? Why? Redundancy.
All right. That's it for this week. We'll catch you guys next week for episode 2. I'm Daniel Prue.
I'm Philip Gilfus.
And I'm Darren Moser. Not the hologram one.
Stranded here on SETI Alpha 3.